Hi, I'm Makané, and I'm here to do a daily tarot reading for you for your higher spiritual evolution. We're looking at what do we need to do today? What do we need to set our intention on to forward our soul's purpose? And using this deck, the Wild Offerings deck, it's sometimes a little preachy in the language. You'll see. We'll just see what comes up. I think I have baggage around the word God, even though I consider myself a spiritual person. I believe in many different forms of the divine mystery, let's call it. And I think that limiting it to one word is difficult to me. The deck chooses to use more common words. What do you prefer? I like source, or the infinite, or the universe, or the unknown. Okay, here's our card. Forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. I actually drew a card for myself today that I feel like touches on the same topic, and I'll share that. So this is the heart chakra card. Also interesting synchronicity that these are both green and speak about healing and acceptance. Fourth heart chakra, acceptance of self. It's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I think it's very good advice. How often have I seen and heard and felt in myself the experience of, if only I could learn this lesson, if only I could get better at X, Y, and Z, then I could deserve to love myself. That definitely is an old paradigm that's centered around thinking of lack, that we are somehow deficient in our wholeness, that we are not whole in our being, that there's some part of us that is ugly or in need of fixing. So I invite you to consider that maybe you deserve acceptance even in your imperfections. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I am unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be healthier and more balanced than I am now? So this came up right as I was rescheduling my acupuncture appointment this morning because of weather, but really feeling like it would be wonderful when it arrives in the right time, sphere, space. I dwell upon all that is right in my life, not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. This one's hard for me right now. I'm living with chronic pain, and every day is sort of like a struggle to get through basic activities, daily functions. Yesterday I wanted to make cookies, and my body's like, no, you can't do that because you need to rest or stretch or have a bath, which I did. That was amazing. So the bath, we're going to dwell on that, not the pain. Have gratitude. I have a bathtub. It's amazing. I hope you have a shower, a bath that is also a place of nurturance, rejuvenation. This is really nice in the winter season because we're in the season of water, so sort of surrendering to the element that is abundant around us and basking in it. The final message of this card I'll share with you is, I accept my life as it is now, and I move forwards from here. So forgiveness isn't simply about saying the past is a clean slate, it's gone, I wipe it away. It can be be seen as a form of acceptance. I'm accepting what happened. I don't like it. I don't want to accept it, but I know that I need to move forward. Or I accept that I made this mistake. I accept that I was flawed in my reasoning and my choices and my actions, and I accept that part of me is ready to move on and learn. So even amidst grievous grievous actions that have caused us karmic spirals that take us to a place we don't want to be, even if we find ourselves in that place as a result of our own action or that of another. Maybe we were treated unfairly, unkindly. Maybe we just felt that the weight of 2020 was an unfair burden. I'm sure a lot of us are feeling that. We still are accepting where we are. We're accepting the situation as it is. There's not a lot else we could do. But I invite you to find the bigness, the gratitude for life and its mystery, to find the bigness in your heart, to just hold it all and just be aware of it. And maybe the awareness is the closest we can get to acceptance for right now, but maybe that's a start. And I think that healing comes in that place of integration. So on this tedious, tenuous return to normalcy, I don't really like that word, but returning to life as we would wish it to be, in its free, open, and unmasked and embracing closeness and all of its rawness, even its vulnerabilities. We would like to return back to being integrated with all of life. And I think the step at hand is acceptance of what is now, and knowing that this knowing alone will open us to what is ahead. So the only way out is through is an aphorism that comes to mind. And I'd like to present a stone that I find really healing for acceptance. This is a Shuva Legum. This is a nice girthy one I found at a crystal shop in Pennsylvania. Couldn't believe it. I was just sort of blown away by its mass and its gravity and just how good it felt. So these stones, if you're not familiar, are formed by rocks rolling down the Ganges River and other sacred spots where the stone and the mud and the clay are infused as it rolls down, and this shape is just actually made in nature. This isn't a ground human-made stone. This is earth-made, and the oblong shape is very symbolic of, you could see an egg, you could recognize it as phallic. It's both. It's both the seed, the origin, the birthing entity, the insemining entity, the oneness and unity, even the metaphor itself of unity. There's a lot there. Yeah, this metaphor is really ripe. So I encourage you to find a Shuva Legum if you can this week. Hold it, just be with it, or find images of them and try to meditate on it. Meditate on this idea of acceptance, of realizing that life is both this force that is fertilizing and fertile, but it is actually within, all contained. So that's where we are right now. We're little eggs and we're wanting to be birthed out, and we're also like this inseminating force. Like, we are this intention, and we are actually activating our tomorrow. So I encourage you to be intentional and be powerful, and just hold on to the excitement of tomorrow, because it's going to be that much sweeter when it arrives. Accepting all that is, moving from now. Peace on the journey. Thank you for joining me.